Hello Taurus, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. We are going to check in with what you are having for the month of June. What are the messages for you, Taurus? Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is going on? What do you need to hear around this time? What's your current energy? What's the current energy for... Ooh, the Seven of Swords. You're trying to escape a situation. All right, you might be sensing someone being sneaky, being a little bit underhanded. So you're not trying to reveal all your thoughts or your plans. Okay, so this could be, you know, you trying to... I feel like you detected someone to be like quite false around you. All right, and you're not trusting. Like there's this energy of like, I do not trust this. Okay, Six of Swords, you're trying to move away, you're trying to regain mental peace, mental balance. Could have been after some sort of trickery, deceit that has been going on in your life, okay? But the Six of Swords is indicating that you're finally removing yourself, freeing yourself, even if it's a little bit harsh or, you know, it's still stuck on your mind, obviously. May have been like quite a big baggage, like, you know, emotional baggage here. But I do see you moving towards calmer peace and also emotional abundance, feeling a little bit more emotionally, just emotionally more safe in a new environment. Okay, for some of you, you might want to actually make a move, okay, and there is definitely a sign for you to say like, hey, if you really want to move towards something or someone, you know, the chances are that this person also really does care about you. If this is only about your internal world, it just feels like your nervous system is about to calm down in regards to a situation that has been really bugging you down. What is your challenge? Ooh, the Five of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, see, there are a lot of negative things that are still kind of like keeping you stuck in a loop of confusion. All right, like emotionally burdened. And I feel like the Five of Swords, especially after that Seven of Swords, it's like some people could be like very envious of you or envious of the fact that you regained your peace and your happiness internally. And then there are people that are trying to kind of like, you know, mess that up. Okay, so, you know, and I feel like these people really criticize you a lot, or you were in this back and forth constantly trying to, you know, prove your ego or try to prove that they are wrong and all things like that. However, the Six of Swords is indicating that the best move you can make is actually moving forward. Okay, like not trying to compete with them or try to explain yourself, try to get yourself validated in any type of way. That does not work properly, all right? It's just going to keep you in this stuck confusion, okay? For some of you, you are a little bit confused as well in regards to what someone's true intentions are. And because you don't know, you decide that it's safer for you to kind of like move forward or move away, because you may feel like if you re-interact with this individual, you're going to have like this emotional burst out, right? Like, or you're going to be emotionally confused. So because of that, you feel like, okay, this is going to be bad for my nervous system. This is going to be bad for my mental state and my mental health. So the best thing I can do is actually to move forward rather than just like stay stuck in that loop where you never really know what is really going on, right? Like that type of energy. Yeah, Four of Cups. You don't want to though. I feel like something emotionally is still having you tied up to the situation. Like you're not happy with the way that things unfolded, or you feel like there was more to get out of it. So, you know, even though you don't want to reignite the conflict, at the same time, you don't want to feel miserable either, right? Like, but at the same time, you also feel like things are unfinished and you could have taken, like, gotten more out of it. So there's definitely some sort of disappointment here that you're probably facing right now. And I feel like Spirit is really urging you to make like a very high frequent decision, okay? Because this decision could be very impactful for your life, and it feels like a lot of these emotions are just like triggering you and you just don't know which direction to go, because underneath it all, the Lover's card is indicating that there is, high frequency. There is a decision to be made, and that decision right now is impacted by a lot of, ego, okay? And the ego is just trying to defend itself, protect itself because of the experiences that you've gone through. So it's all about like needing to regulate your nervous system and try to keep yourself emotionally balanced first before you take any type of decision, because being impulsive about things could be like later in the near future kind of like make you feel disappointed or left out, or in contemplation about it, because I feel like you haven't gotten everything out of it that you should. And the experiences here with the Five of Swords, they're quite, they were impactful in a way that you're not seeing things with hope at this point, right? Like I feel like there is this thing over your eye that you're just like, I don't see this going in a good direction at all. But so let's see what's going to happen in the near future. Oh my god. This spread just came out like very past, present, and future. It's something that I haven't done in like years. I like it. Yeah, look, this is what I'm talking about. The star. You see, the star is here with the Hierophant, which is really indicating hope, rejuvenation, healing, but also needing to do the right thing, needing to commit to your own happiness, needing to commit to being hopeful again. Like no matter what what the situation will be to unfold, as long as you take it as like a lesson learned, you will grow out of it, right? But if you keep on kind of like avoiding, because the Seven of Swords is avoiding wanting to take that lesson, you will keep on being pushed back into these type of situations, right? So sometimes we need to just like face those fears, stop avoiding, stop being in denial of it, and just face it head on, rather than just, constantly feel like, okay, this could go in any type of way. And the Four of Cups is like deep contemplation and not being satisfied, because the hope is here, healing is here, but it's just like, it's your mindset. It's your mindset, yeah. And once you look at this, the Lover's card just like right there again. So yeah, the Knight of Swords is actually kind of like preventing you from making like a rushed decision, right? You may have been quite tired, like from an emotional pull, but also from a mental pull. And the Knight of Swords is really indicating to take things slow rather than to go too quickly on making some decisions, and try to, get into your heart space. Try to see if your decisions are really aligned with your fear nervous system or emotional security nervous system. You see, the Knight of Swords is really talking about like, don't make too hasty decisions, but also it also talks about like, once you commit yourself to having the intention to have a healing here, right? To have that healing conversation, to have that healing face to face, or to face your fears head on, things will actually also start to move rapidly for you. And then they will move rapidly towards balance, harmony, dedication, okay? And the Lover's card is talking about some sort of reunion. Yeah, wow, talking about that reunion, there you go. It is absolutely presented here in the cards. It's just like, you might be just overthinking. And the Five of Swords in the heart of your reading, that's like you self-sabotaging things, or you're allowing the circumstances or the past or the environment to kind of like sabotage your true needs of fulfillment. And that true need of fulfillment is right here with the Queen of Cups. So Feel the Rose Petals of Love is really talking about embrace your vulnerability, because here we'll look at a situation where someone is running away from being vulnerable, feeling like emotions just like, overwhelm them in a way that they feel like this is negative. right? It's like every emotion that stirs up is like, oh, this is a negative emotion, I should just step away from that, right? But this is really saying like embrace love, like get back into your heart chakra or your heart center and try to make decisions that are really aligned with your heart and your soul, and not necessarily with, you know, the ego here. Okay, so let's see. God of conflict resolution, walk away from conflict. So if walking away is not resolving the conflict, then it's saying like, don't walk away from that, right? But at the same time, if there is some sort of conflict that every time you do try something, it's not working, then yeah, that is definitely a sign to walk away from that. Yeah. So you got Angel of Soul Love, time to look at how you value yourself, issues of self-love. So yeah, this is the self-sabotaging energy, right? When we really don't want to look into our soul or into our heart space because we feel like it always leads us astray. And I feel like this is really saying like something needs to heal here, and also you need to regain your self-worth and value in this situation, especially facing this conflict head on, right? Instead of like feeling like, oh, I'm not good enough, or I will never be good enough, or no matter what I try, it will always fail. These type of energies could really self-sabotage you and your near future here. So Angel of Families, the angels surround both you and your families at the moment, which really talks about, you know, maybe your ancestors being around, or you really have your support from your sisters or your siblings or your parents that really are there for you, helping you go through this very difficult situation. Right. That's what I have for you. Again, work on your self-worth and self-love. Don't think that you don't deserve it, because that mindset could really throw things out, okay? So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much, Taurus, and I'll see you soon. Take care.